Hey guys, Tony here. Welcome back to Fishing for Happiness. Today we'll be completing part 2 of the Lifetime Hydros Angler review. And it's going to be a on the water review. We're going to be going to Lake Simtustus in Madras, Oregon. It's a beautiful reservoir actually. And yeah, we're going to be doing a 5-mile paddle. So it'll kind of give you an idea of how the kayak handles for me. And also we'll be comparing it to conventional sit on top kayak, which in this case is going to be a Hobie Quest 11. So that way you'll be able to, be able to tell the design differences of the Hydros Angler versus a conventional sit on top. And hopefully all the information you get will help you make a informed buying decision on which kayak is best for you. So thank you once again for joining me. And until next time, hang loose and thanks for watching. Lifetime Hydros paired with a Hobie Quest 11, and you will really see the difference in keel profile from the rear here. And I did do a race with my brother, full out race to this place, and he was able to beat me by kayak length. I let him win. Alright, he beat me fair, but he did say when standing on the kayaks that the Hydros is much more stable for standing. I mean, you're probably not going to stand on either one of these, but yeah, it just goes to show if you are not very well balanced, the Hydros may be better for you. But if you want speed, the Hobie definitely has an advantage, and a better advantage with the seat as well. Stability test, Hobie Quest 11. Yeah, look at him. He's so confident he didn't even change.
Past that tipping point,
yeah.
he stabilizes you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, as long as you don't panic.
Oh yeah? Seemed like you're just about to panic. That's fairly stable. Can he sit back down or can he paddle back? Oh yeah, he did it. He did it. All right. Marks on stability for Hobie Quest 11. All right, so stability test. Lifetime Hydros versus the Hobie Quest 11. Let's see here. It's looking a little shaky. Got it. So how's it feel so far? Sweet. So the initial stability is probably better. There you have it, guys. Both boats definitely can be stood on. Are you trying to tip it?
Just to see how far it'll go.
You're braver than I. That's actually pretty impressive.
Good.
Yeah, I know. That's the only bad thing about that seat. Need to put a bungee on the back. But the Hydros with its tri-hull is definitely more stable, at least the initial stability. And then as I walk towards the rear here, you'll definitely see the difference in keel design. Right there. Versus that. So you can definitely see where that would be definitely more initially stable. It's stable overall. Yeah, you know, you should probably, that's probably like your voice of reason, saying, you know, you're fully loaded and it's a river, so.
Daddy, you're like going so fast.
I know, the river's taking me. As you can see, the Lifetime Hydros comes in a few different colors. There's also a light tan one as well. But what you want to look for is basically the Hydros Angler. And it'll say right on the kayak right there, mine is the only Hydros Angler here. And the difference being that it has the two rear mounted rod holders and then your center mounted Scotty type rod holder, and that one's been modified by myself, but that does you know, come standard, just your standard Scotty mounted rod holder, and then the two rear mounted rod holders. And then the other kayaks, they did not come with rod holders, but I did install them aftermarket. And if you guys are interested about that, let me know in the comments and I'll do a DIY. But basically, they're about the same amount of money, so best to get the Hydros Angler. It's already set up to go fishing. So basically, the real reason I didn't get all Hydros Anglers was the fact that Lifetime coincidentally made the Hydros in, you know, all our favorite colors. Not the Angler version, but you know, the blue and the yellow ones were just the standard Hydros, and I just added rod holders later on. So if you're interested in doing that, let me know in the comments below, and I can show you how to, you know, put the rod holders aftermarket if you insist on a certain color. So I really wanted everybody to have their favorite color since they were available, and so I got you know, the blue and the yellow, which I had to modify, but well worth it. Everybody was happy that they got their favorite colors. Another great thing about the Lifetime Hydros Angler is that you can also stack the kayak. So if you are interested in getting the whole family involved and are limited on space, the ability to just stack them is really a great benefit. The squared off aft end of the Lifetime Hydros provides another great benefit, and that is the ability to store it standing up on its tail end. So that is a great benefit for those who have a premium on floor space. And then what's cool about this is that it does have a ramped rear section, and that is actually for ease of re-entry if you do, you know, fall off the kayak, or, you know, if you use it recreationally just to jump off of and then come back up on. So you kind of just slide up on it like a seal would getting on land. So it's easier for some people to just crawl up through the back versus coming up through the side. So, and that's one thing to consider as a benefit. You know, some people might think it's a disadvantage to not have a little bucket area back there, but you can easily modify it to accept a bucket or a crate. Yeah, you'll see shortly what I did as far as holding on my gear. And then one thing that is lacking is a usable handle to transport this kayak. You'll see it has this little pocket here, which is actually supposed to be a handle. I call it the crotch pocket because it's useless for a handle, but it does work very well for putting your primary lures in. So what I did is I actually installed aftermarket handles here, and then one in the back, and then another one on the side, and one up in the front, and that makes a world of difference. So that's kind of the nice thing when you spend $179 on a kayak. is you can easily upgrade it, and you're still, way below, a stripped down, a similar kayak. It does come with your bungee system up front, and then it does also come with a rear bungee system, which I took off because I installed a rod holder back there. I installed flush mounted rod holder around the side here, and I prefer that a lot better than, for example, anything that's sticking up like the center mounted rod holder, just because it's out of the way and it's clean, doesn't catch your lines. It's easy to get in and out without something in the center, just in your way. But I just kept it there because I got so much peripherals. I hooked my fish finder on that rod holder, so I just kept it there. And then you'll see here, I actually just did a homemade anchor system. Made my own mounts. Went to the hardware store, just got the the pulleys and things like that. And then for the anchor management system, I just used pretty much a retractable clothesline holder, and that works awesome. Then you'll see here, it's got just your basic seat that it does fold down. I did, put a homemade bracket here to hold all my waterproof camera gear. And you'll see here that I did actually put zip ties on there. I mean, a lot of people complain that, the seat just, pops off, and it does. So it's kind of a pain, but nothing a few zip ties can't take care of. So just zip type that sucker right there, and it just stays in the kayak and just works like a hinge. Yeah, works good for me. These are the oars that came with it. Of course, I painted them. I'd like to, have bright oars just in case I need to signal for help, or just to let people know that, I'm in their way. They're nothing special, but I don't consider them crappy. They work really well. I don't really see a need to upgrade them. Sometimes it'll come with oars, sometimes it won't. But if you have to buy them afterwards, it normally costs about $40 to $50. So sometimes if you just insist that the kayak comes with the oars, the store will give them to you. I insisted, and they did give them to me. Well, guys, now this is why Lake Simtustus is one of my favorite fishing lakes. It is truly God's country. I mean, it's just on a grand scale. It's like fishing in the Grand Canyon, and there's plenty of fish. This is Lake Simtustus, guys. It is a beautiful place to fish and kayak. It is a 10-mile-per-hour lake, so it does keep it nice and quiet, even though most of the boats go about 20 to 30 miles per hour. But it is just a beautiful lake. It is just awe-inspiring. Yeah, so my goal today is basically to make it to the waterfalls area. There's a part of the canyon where there's just a multitude of small waterfalls that are just gorgeous. I mean, it looks just like Eden. It's something to behold. As you'll notice, there's no foot pegs. It's basically just little cutouts for your foot, which I actually prefer. It just keeps things clean. Like I said, when you're packing as much gear as I am, it's a pain to just maneuver around all the junk and then all the pegs and all that stuff. So yeah, I prefer just to have everything smooth. So if I get a fish caught up in that, or a line caught up in that, it just slides right off versus getting tangled up in the pegs. It's just nice and clean and easy to maintain. Yeah, works out really well. It's actually a very versatile kayak, and if you can see, there's a few more pegs, so it does fit you know, a much taller person. I'm 5'4", but my buddy Scott, he's 5'11", and he actually fits in here perfectly. I would say if you're over 6 feet, it may be a little bit, you know, crowded for you. I mean, you'd probably have to bend your knees a little bit, but it'd still work. I mean, it's rated for 225 pounds. So you can see that there, 225 pounds. Yeah, but I've had it, I think, pretty much up to about 300 pounds, and it works just fine. And there is a water or cup holder, water bottle holder actually. And that actually works really well because the water pretty much keeps your drink cool. So at first I thought it was a little cheesy, but it actually works really well to keep your drink cool. And then this little spot here is actually supposed to be a handle where you can grab the kayak and you know, for transport, which I thought was pretty cheesy, but it actually works really good for putting your top lures and baits, so you don't have to keep reaching forward to get your, you know, your lures or baits that you're actually going to use that day. I just stuff them all in here, and it keeps the hooks away from all the important parts of your body. Yeah, I'm paddling about 5 miles up Lake Simtustus here, and this kayak tracks beautifully. You know, I wouldn't say I'm like the average guy as far as fitness, but it's an easy paddle and it's comfortable. Got no issues. Yep, back doesn't hurt. I do have 2 foam pads where it counts, because this thing does not come with any padding, and that area of me is just not that young anymore. But other than that, it's very comfortable. The seat is adjustable, and this thing tracks very nicely, and it's pretty much effortless for me to just paddle it anywhere I want to go and stay straight. I'm mile 5 on Lake Simtustus here with my Lifetime HYDROS kayak, and as you can see, I'm paddling it with one hand. It is very easy to paddle, tracks very well, moves pretty quickly. Alright, we finally arrived at the first of the waterfalls. There's one over there, and there is one over there. I can hear it, but I'd have to go closer to look at it. Alright guys, here's a close-up of my rod holder setup. Modular. It's completely modular. Right out. Just like that. Ready to go get on the bank, catch them bass.